Hey, I'm Mike Davidson. On this week's episode, we're still working on that factory rifle. We're basically on part 3 of this segment. The first one, we went over how to bed that rifle. Second one, we mounted a scope. And the third one, we're out here at the range. We're going to get this rifle zeroed. But because it's a new rifle, we wanted to start with some barrel break-in. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do this, but the bottom line is what you're doing when you're breaking a new rifle in is you're smoothing out that throat. That's basically where that chamber tool cut into the barrel and hit the lens configurations inside the barrel. And a lot of times it leaves a little rough edge right in here. So what we're doing when we're breaking in is we're smoothing those rough edges out. And the proper way to do that is to shoot a few shots and then clean. And basically what you're doing is you're going to remove all the copper deposits while you're breaking this thing in, while you're smoothing that throat out. You could just shoot 50 shots and it would be done, let's say, but it'd be a lot harder to clean. So if we clean as we go, it's going to make it a little easier. So we've shot pretty much a whole box of ammo through this rifle already. We'd shoot 3, completely clean it of all the copper, shoot another 3, and do the same. So we've got a box of rounds through this, shooting and cleaning. I'm going to call that our barrel break-in procedure. Now we're going to put this gun on the bags and get it on paper out here at 100 yards, okay? Now back in the shop, we used a bore sighter to bore sight this. We're gonna throw it down here on a big sheet of paper at 100. I'll bet we're hitting paper anyway. Well, looks like it's going to shoot okay. Brand new gun though, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but we've got it bore sighted. I'm going to take my tape measure down there and measure how far off of center I am. We'll come back and adjust this scope so we can get it zeroed. 1.5 inches, 2 1/4, 2. So 1.5 inches and 2. So we're averaging about 2 inches high. From center. We went from 1.5 inches to 2 1/4 from center, and then cut that down the middle. Looks like we're right at 2 inches from center. So we're 2 inches high and we're 2 inches right. We're shooting at 100 yards, so that basically means we're 2 minutes high and we're 2 minutes right. So all we're going to do is go back to the scope, make that adjustment, and I'll shoot another group. It doesn't look like it's shooting too bad. We're shooting 1.5 minutes. I think that gun's gonna do better than that. It's probably just my shooting. We'll go make an adjustment and see if we can't shoot that just a little bit better. This G7 scope that we're using, the click values are 1/4 minute. So we've got to move that scope a total of 2 minutes lower and 2 minutes left. That's pretty easy conversion. We're gonna move it 8 clicks down and 8 clicks left. All right, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're gonna go left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I've moved it 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left. I'm gonna shoot another group. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's better. Hit dead center. Still only shooting about 1 inch on the group, but we're zeroed perfect. I can see it through my scope. We'll go ahead and walk down there to see, but I'm going to go ahead and set my turret, zero out my turrets right now while we're standing here. So if you'll look, on this turret itself, I'm up to like 8 and 4. And basically I'm just gonna loosen the screws and turn these dials back so they're indexed on 0. Loosen the 2 screws, pick it up just a little bit, turn it to 0, set it back down. Alright, now we'll know where we're at and where we can start from. Let's take a minute and walk down here and look at this target. Well, we're running just under 1 inch. We're about 3/4, 7/8 minute group, which is just about norm for a factory rifle. Some are going to shoot better, some are going to shoot a lot worse. I mean, that's just kind of the gamble you take when you run a factory rifle. Now, this one's still pretty new. We've only got 30 rounds through it, so I'm gonna bet this thing's gonna keep shooting just a little bit better. But it looks like we've got our 0. Okay, just right in the center of that dot. You know, the wind's picked up. We were gonna shoot some drop data today to get the information we need to build a ballistic turret, but the wind picked up. We're gonna save that till next week, and I'm gonna go through that for you. Looks like our gun's zeroed. Looks like it's shooting sub-minute of angle, which is good. All we need to do now is print a drop chart off back at the shop. We'll bring it out here, we'll shoot some drop data we need, and I'll show you how we build a custom turret next week right here on Long Range Pursuit.